Need to get a better video recording from your students, or you yourself need to make a better video recording? Watch this for some tips on how to do that, many of which are free. It's audition season, and anything that hasn't been postponed till later or rescheduled for the fall that must take place here in the next month is of course going to be online. This is just a few helpful tips to think about to make a better video recording at home with the devices and tools that you already have around. I do have some tools to suggest to you if you want to go a little further, but let's talk about all the free stuff first. Alright, so let's talk about how to make your video look a lot better with two things that you have a lot of control over without buying any additional equipment, and that is camera angle and lighting. Be sure and record yourself in a well-lit area like this room right here. And remember, you can touch the screen to focus the light. If I just touch, you can see right here I'm a little bit washed out because I have actually so much light in this room. If I just touch right here, you're going to see the phone wiggle. I can kind of fix that, okay? That's what that little feature is there on the screen, all right? And I have no extra professional lights in here, all right? And I don't even have the room lights on here. And this is the window, all right, over there, all right? Big, nice window, all right? And let's fix the lighting here again. Get it focused. Sorry, the camera's wiggling. Okay, all right? It looks pretty nice, right? So find a well-lit room. So it's the difference between this and this. Hello, nighttime. This is what it looks like with just the ceiling light and lamp and absolutely no daylight in here. It's pretty dark. Now, you want to focus on making sure that the audio portion of your recording is the best. I want to be able to hear you. That is more important. But the visual is also important because we want people to focus on the playing, all right, on the performance. It's the same premises why we get dressed up to perform in a concert or why we wear uniforms. We don't want people to be focused or distracted, all right, by the visual, as in distracted by it's very dark or it's fuzzy or it's unclear. This is especially true if you're in an audition situation where maybe somebody's looking at your posture or your bow hold or your contact point. To see if those things are correct, all right? So make sure you're in a well-lit area. It will help your audition video. And you don't even have to have a big picture frame window like this. It could be even a smaller window in your house somewhere just to get some natural light. You don't have to have a big professional lighting setup. And that right there makes this look pretty nice in here. I don't have any other lights on. And probably also best to avoid recording when there's trucks outside. So make sure you're recording during a time of day or that you're aware of the background noise. Get the phone or tablet up somewhere, all right? Get it up, all right, so that you have this camera angle, okay? Don't do either of the following. This, all right? Oh man, we see this far too often. The up camera angle, trying to figure out if someone's got good posture or using their hands correctly or has their hand on the bow correctly, all right? All those visual cues that let somebody know what a good player you are. Get the camera up. There's nothing worse than having to watch an audition like this. And my other personal favorite is the following. Let's call it the nothing camera angle. All right, so you see why this is called the nothing camera angle. This is I went and got another music stand from either a sibling or maybe my parent is a musician, and there was a second stand in the house, and it seemed like a good option, but it is not, okay? So when the camera's over there, can't see the instrument, can't see either hands, all right? Nothing, all right? Don't do this. Now, there are plenty of options for getting your device onto a tripod or getting it up and angled. I'll put some links down in the description here of some things that I've used, some really inexpensive options, and some of them that you can even get probably locally. So I have this one here that I have on the tripod, and I'll show you another one, but There's also some really great free ways to do this, and I'll show you those. So I'm back here in my well-lit corner of the living room next to my nice window here where I can get some good lighting. And I just propped the phone up on the mantle and just found something on the mantle to prop it up to where it could be at the correct angle to get a more straight on shot. And this really makes a much more pleasing, much more enjoyable to watch recording for whoever is judging or wherever you're sending this to, and helps recreate, the live audition situation. Of course, recording is not a live audition. You can't recreate it completely, but having this angle really, really helps. And I'll show you exactly how I set it up here. There's something sitting in front of the screen, which you can't see because it's not blocking the camera. And I still have enough view there where I can set up my playing and know that I'm there on the screen. So let's take a look. All right, so as you can see here, I just took, this is our Roomba room perimeter thing. I don't know. It doesn't really matter what you use. I like this because it was nice and skinny and I could have room to hit the record button, okay? All right, and then see myself and see my mic gain over there. I'm using the Shure app, all right? But this is how I set it up, all right? So I can get this nice shot on the mantle. And actually, I still have this phone recording so I can grab the audio from this microphone right here, okay? And then, so the audio that you are hearing while you're watching here is this from this mic, which brings me to my next point. If you want to get a little bit better camera angle or a little bit better recording from the devices that you have in your house. Okie doke. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the audio, the sounding good part. First off, practice. Make sure you're practicing. Don't think that just because it's a video recording and you can do take after take after take before you submit it, that it's just all going to go swimmingly. You need to practice for the recording the same way you would practice for a live performance, all right? Just pretend it's going to be a live performance. Yes, you can retake things, you can do them over, but if you count on that, it's not going to go smoothly, all right? So practice like it is a live concert, then it will go smoothly, okay? All right, second thing is use a mobile device. Use a phone or a tablet, all right? They always make better videos. One of the reasons they make better videos is they have so much automation in them that take care of things like the audio, okay? And there's a lot of things in there that help control the sound, control the volume for you that you don't even have to do anything, okay? We'll talk about that more in a second. Actually, right now. Pick the best room in the house, okay? Some rooms are really boomy, some rooms are really dry or they don't echo at all. All right, pick the one that sounds the best, all right? Play in them. Don't wait till the last minute, all right? And make the recording the night before it's due, and then go back to hear it and realize you've played in a room which has tons and tons of echo and reverb in it, all right? Check them all out. Get some family members to come and listen to you in each room, all right? Decide which one sounds the best, all right? And then make a practice recording in it at least a week before your actual audition is due, so that you know what it's going to sound like in there, and then maybe you can do something about it, okay? And we're going to talk about some options for that here in a minute, okay? So, use a mobile device if you can, all right? And pick the best room in the house. Oh yeah, and don't forget to practice. Now, of course, a really easy way to get the camera at the right angle is to use a laptop or a Chromebook. I have our old MacBook Air here. And this, of course, with the webcam at the top of the screen and the screen holding itself up, puts the camera at the right angle, okay? But sometimes these built-in mics on these don't make quite such a good recording. So if you want the angle of this camera but you would like a better audio or have a little bit more control over your audio, what you can do is here on the iPad screen, which I'm going to show you now, I'm using the Shure Motive Audio app, which is free in the App Store. I have it because I use the MV88 which I'll put a link to if you're interested in that microphone. But here I can look over here and see what my audio level is, especially in a room like this. You know, my office here is pretty boomy. Could just be in the end, you just have to deal with the boomy room. But if you are able to do something about it and you're feeling tech savvy, this is an option for you. If you've had tape or Post-it note or anything over your webcam on your laptop, give it a good cleaning. These are my favorite, these Zeiss wipes. Love them, keep around the house. Let's just see what here it's going to do for the webcam here, because this one's had some tape on it. I know you guys love looking at this. This is just fantastic. Let's see if we can clean this thing up. If it's going to improve it at all. Any better? Ooh, that is a little bit better. Nice. Maybe we can clean some more. Hold on, let's get a little bit more. Huge improvement there with the camera. All right. Doesn't that look better? That's so much more pleasant. Yay! All right, so clean your camera. Give it a good cleaning. Clean your camera. Give it a good cleaning. Clean your camera. All right, so here we go. I'm going to show you here on the screen and also on the screenshot of the iPad, and you can have a little shot here of what this setup looks like, just having the iPad and the computer right next to each other. Pretty simple setup. I'm just going to play a scale, and like I said, the benefit of this is that I can see my gain, my mic levels on the app. You could do this possibly in GarageBand or on the Shure app. I couldn't get GarageBand to work on my iPhone 11 Pro. It wouldn't work at all. Maybe somebody could leave a comment about why that wouldn't work. Anyway, I like the Shure app, and it's got a compressor and limiter on it, so we're going to go with that. Just remember what I said before about asking if you can use those tools there. All right, so let's play, except that you've probably noticed here also Macintosh photo booth, famous for this, and backwards. I even left myself backwards in another tutorial on this channel. You can go check it out. So let's get this fixed. That's better. If you use Photo Booth or another app like it, it's a simple video creation. I just switched it over to the instrument. Make sure you do that. All right, so I'm going to show you here me playing and also show you the screenshot of the Shure Audio app that's going on my iPad. Remember, the big reason to do this is so that you can see your mic levels and get a good audio recording, since this is the most important part of this video. Just, like I said earlier, make sure before you start setting any kind of effects like limiter or compressor or anything like that to try to fix the boom in the room, as you're going to see this room has, and probably you have a room similar at home. Try to find a better room, but sometimes every room in the house is boomy and you just have to go with it. So just make sure you ask before you start editing too heavily there on the file. All right, so let's play a little scale here, and I'm going to set the levels on the app. So that you can hear some different audios here, I'm going to play this back, same scale with the three different audios. The built-in mic on the MacBook Air here, the built-in mic on the iPad, and this camera over here, which has the MV88 Shure microphone set up on it there. I'm craning around to see if the levels are right. So here it is with the MV88. Here it is with the built-in mic from my iPad Air 2014. And here's the built-in microphone to the MacBook Air. Now let's see if we can use the Shure Motive audio app here and do something about this room ring and get rid of some of the boom without making it sound too heavily edited. And as you can see over there on the Shure screen, the mic gain was still only on 75%. Since I am quite a ways away, I'm a good, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 feet away. We should all have 6 feet memorized by now, right? From the iPad. So let's play it one more time. And I have it up to, well, you can see it there, it's 84%. And that is peaking pretty bad. Okay, you saw it go up into the yellow. I'll do it for you again. For sure, it's almost getting to the red. For sure, that is going to sound really boomy. Let's get it back down here. It was on 75. Let's put it back down to 77. Go. So it peaked a little bit in the yellow, but probably 75. All right. But so great that I can see that. So with it set there on 75%, it went over the -12 a couple of times, but pretty much staying right there in that sweet spot where I want the volume to be. All right. And I'll have to go back in and sync this up with the video here from the MacBook Air, but not that hard to do in iMovie or any other simple video editing software. So the other two pieces of equipment that I use on a regular basis, really use a lot, are the two microphones. One of them is this Audio-Technica USB mic. All right, and what is a USB mic? Well, it's a mic that is not stereo or XLR. It plugs straight into the USB port of your computer. And this is a really good one, all right? And it's also very sturdy, all right? This thing has taken quite a beating, falling and whatever else, and still works great, all right? I love it. And it's not too terribly expensive. There are lots of USB mic options out there. I tested a bunch of them under $30 when students first got Chromebooks a couple of years ago. They don't improve the sound, unfortunately. All right, you're better off just using the microphone that's, you know, in your earbuds or other headphones than a $20 or $30 USB mic. You have to get a really good quality one for it to make a difference. All right, and let me show you, last but not least, the star of the show here. So now we have the onboard mic for the phone, so I can show you. This is the one I've been using for most of this video here, and it's the Lightning mic from Shure. It is for iPhone. I'm sure there's something similar for Android, but this just plugs straight into the Lightning port on the phone, and you can control the volume. All right, you can change the gain by way of the Shure audio app or the video app. You saw the audio app earlier. But this is a great little microphone, really cuts through the noise. I've loved using this thing. All right. So let's recap. You have everything you need already to make a better video, to make a better Audition recording. All right. A few tools, all right, suggested to you, but you absolutely do not have to buy any of them. Okay, there are many free options, many workarounds, things you can do to make your recording a lot better right now. All right, remember that. All right, so happy practicing. All right, happy video making, and I will see you all next time.